Fuck. All right, Rob, go ahead. We know you want to talk about your podcast. Go ahead, talk about your podcast.
And then he said, "Nah, I'm just riffing."
Do it again. Yeah.
That's the thing you did in school?
Welcome, everybody, to the next episode of Just Riffin Podcast.
Wasn't that called a recorder? Is that what that was called? It was like a flute thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Nick, you're the musical one. Still adjusting my camera.
Is that what you called it? You called it a recorder when you did that? Yeah, let me play with your recorder.
Listen.
We're listening.
School lunch is school lunch.
Gotta do what you got to do, I guess.
How are we, boys? How we doing?
I'm doing all right.
So I'll let you know I have a lot of people at my job are going to start listening to our podcast. So this is going to be a lot of pressure. And I don't mean my job. I mean my grand overall company.
Why?
Because I was on a meeting today and they were commenting on how my camera angles are different. I have lighting and stuff now. And I was like, well, it's because I'm in my podcast setup. And then I had to explain to them the whole fucking thing about the podcast. So now they want the link so they can listen to the podcast.
You didn't have to explain any of it. That's the thing. You didn't have to.
You chose.
You chose to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You felt cool. Okay, let's just say he felt cool in the moment, and he was like, "Guys, I've got a podcast."
Yeah, that's exactly how I said it. My voice lowered.
Everyone sighed. Everyone was like, "Tell us about your podcast, Rob."
Another middle-aged guy who wants to have a podcast and thinks it's going to be the greatest thing on the earth.
All right, Rob, go ahead. We know you want to talk about your podcast. Go ahead, talk about your podcast.
And then he said, "Nah, I'm just riffing."
Yes, that is exactly what happened.
I will tell you that one of my coworkers already did listen to the first episode, and she had some good things to say. She was happy with it.
Not about us, but she had some good things to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, you should do it better. Like,
what the hell's going on? Nick's being abducted.
This is not what I thought this was going to be at all.
I think you just went into another dimension.
You know, we should do an episode where we're all those baby AIs.
No, we don't have to do any of that.
Have you seen them? Some of them are hilarious. Like the one with Theo Vaughn. Those are fucking amazing.
Why is Rob so choppy right now? Is he on your end?
No, not on my end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, then never mind.
Yeah, just go fuck yourself.
Fuck myself. Yeah.
How was Joel? I know you moved. Other than that, how was your Memorial Day?
Well, the entire weekend was taken up with moving. So from basically Friday night until Monday night, when I was getting ready to go back to work the next morning, we were moving stuff out of the old house into the new house. I am in the new house right now.
I was gonna say, there's a bed behind you. That wasn't like that before.
No.
Did you move the bodies yet, or do you still need help with that?
That's why the house isn't on the market yet. When we needed to get all the furniture out, so it didn't leave any DNA on anything else.
Smart. Because we all know there's semen on everything.
Well, that's. I mean,
according to Superbad, there's semen on everything.
But that's not anybody else's. I'm not worried about that.
No, but I'm saying you want to get all yours out of there, so when if they find a body, they got no DNA to tie it to you.
Well, yeah, it's all out now. Yeah,
you can just be like, I don't know how that
hell out of everything. Yeah,
I don't know how they got there.
Yep. It was there when I got there. Swear.
Yep. They're like, we want to talk to the previous homeowners. Then all of a sudden, your sister gave a call. Excuse me. There's some bodies in your new home. No, wait, no. Those are my brother's bodies. You talk back there.
Well,
I can see that.
Needless to say, I'm very sore from all the moving, and thankful that I actually went back to work to have a break.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Did you get everything done though? You're completely moved in.
Work. I would say 95%. There's a few other things over there that we need to kind of pack up and move in, but everything's kind of out of the way, and most of the improvements are done so that it's ready to go, get on the market, and everything like that.
And how are the cats handling it? How are the cats handling it? Do they like them?
The cats are great. Yeah. So we're in the basement of my sister's house, and she's upstairs, and she's got the 2 dogs, and we have the 2 cats downstairs. They haven't met each other yet, but apparently from the story that I heard today, the cats were at the top of the stairs and the dogs were at the basement door. So they were on either side of the door and they were kind of hearing each other. And the cats are not even a year old. We've never heard them hiss before, but apparently they were hissing pretty loudly and pretty upset that there were other animals in their space.
So it's kind of weird if you think about it, because like the cats are on one side, so they've never seen each other.
Right.
The cats are on one side of the door making cat sound. The dogs are on the other side of the door making dog sound. That would be like somebody from like 2 different countries standing on opposite sides of a door trying to speak to each other.
Yeah.
Because they have no idea what the other one's saying. The dog's like, what the hell? The cat's like, fuck yourself.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Nick's got a bush. What the hell?
How about you, Nick? How was yours? How was your Memorial Day?
Pretty good. Guys, the tasting room here Friday and Saturday were slammed. I think it's because the weather was shitty. That's why, like, people were like still wanted to party, but they didn't want to go on the lake, so they went to the bars, and so we were slammed here. I was supposed to. I had let's just say a friend come over on Sunday. So Saturday, Colin was working the tasting room, and I was gonna like get some food prepped and clean my house and all that stuff. And I got a text at like 7:00, and Colin goes, "Hey man, we're out of lime juice. Can you come bring me some lime juice?" I go, "No problem." I go, "What else do you need?" He goes, "Help." And I was like, "Okay." So I look on the camera and we're just absolutely slammed. And it was a really, really good weekend over here. And then Sunday, I went to Sweet Farm, which is a farm sanctuary in like Geneva area. And it was amazing. I saw some cool farm animals. They opened a winery on the premise. And
winery?
Yep. And I had a little cheese with my wine, you know what I'm saying? And then
I was so taken aback and surprised by winery.
Yeah, I know. It was like the opening weekend of the winery too. So they're doing like all these tastings and stuff.
So it was really just grape juice the first week because they just opened. It's not quite wine.
Yeah, it hadn't fermented yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the grape juice. Come next year, it'll be wine.
Yeah, and then we got a bottle of wine, and then I got wasted.
Wine drunk.
Wine drunk is a different kind of drunk.
It is a different kind of drunk. It really is.
I was just having such a good time. I'm like, let's do a glass. Then we go back home, and like I have a porch, and then at that point of the night, it was like really, really nice. So we're hanging out on the porch, drinking wine, and then we almost finished the whole freaking bottle of wine. It was crazy.
So let me ask you a question about now that, because it's something I wonder sometimes. What I have my own opinion.
What is wine?
No. What version of being drunk do you think is like the worst one? Like somebody who's wine drunk, who's beer drunk, or who's like liquor drunk? Because I personally think people that are wine drunk are the most unpredictable and violent people.
Oh,
Because
it depends. I feel like it depends on the person mostly.
I agree. I was going to say the same thing. I think it depends on the person.
I
Yeah.
think
Because
generally
I
people
can
that are
get drunk on, like, if I get drunk on liquor, it's great. If I get drunk on wine, I just get super, super tired.
Yeah.
But then I know people, like you said, get drunk on wine and they're like
Out of
super
hand.
aggressive and out
Out
of
of
hand.
hand.
Yeah. But I think it depends on the person more than the particular type of liquor.
I agree, but I just feel like in general, I feel like the type of people that act the way they do when they're wine drunk is a certain type of person. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that are that type of person graduate to wine for some reason. Like that's what they drink. That's what I'm saying. Like in general, if I had to generalize it, I think wine drunk people are the most unpredictable and like you don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
Huh.
Okay, so do you like the wine drunk, that type of person even when they're sober, or is
I
it
don't like
the type of person that kind of you feel like gravitates towards
like
wine drinking?
like so like I'll take like you for example. Like you used to get really beer drunk, like back
Yeah.
in the day. Aaron gets liquor drunk.
Yeah.
And I have friends that get wine drunk. Of those three, I would hang out with the beer and the liquor drunk way more than I would hang out with somebody who's wine drunk, just because, like, it's so opposite of the kind of influence I'm on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's polar opposite of what I do. Like, it's for me, it's far opposite of me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I'm wondering. Like, but would you say that you gravitate towards people who drink beer and liquor even when they're sober
yes,
more than you gravitate towards
absolutely.
people who drink wine
Absolutely.
even when they're sober?
Absolutely, because I think a lot of
the personality that you're maybe drawn towards more is the people who would choose wine, liquor or beer over wine.
Yeah, because because when I'm around somebody who gets really drunk off wine, a lot of people I do know, like Jana loves to drink wine, but she doesn't get stupid, like, you know what I mean? I see it a lot at weddings. People that get wine drunk at weddings usually get out of hand.
Yeah,
they're usually the ones that get out of hand. They get like loud. They're like they become a Bill Sheehan face talker.
And that's where you see the people who suddenly think that they are the best dancers in the world, and
Julia Louise Dreyfuses, if you will.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, all right. I'm sorry. That was way too long on that topic. Sorry. I didn't know, Nick, because you're a bartender. I didn't know if you have if you noticed a difference.
It depends on the person. Because I feel like tequila is my like bad drunk, but I just get like the spins and I just want to go home. I don't think anything makes me more aggressive. You know, I used to think that way, and it's just like maybe I don't know. Maybe
it does for me. I think with liquor, see, even there's beer, there's wine, there's liquor, but then with liquor, I think there's specific types of liquor that I'm good with and others that I'm not. It can break it even further with that because, like, I can't drink gin. Number one, it tastes awful. And number two, if I get drunk on gin, I'm angry. I just
would be too, because you just said it was awful.
Yeah, it's probably because I'm like fucking making me drink gin. But I get angry when I drink gin. I'm just like an angry drunk. But like if it's vodka, I'm fine. You know, I'm happy-go-lucky, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So what about you, Rob? How was your weekend?
So it was good. Saturday was pretty uneventful, you know, because we had the cookout Sunday.
Yeah.
At the Rogerios.
I heard that went pretty well. There was a pretty good
went pretty well. That went really well. I made I smoked a prime rib for the.
Oh, so you brought a dish to pass.
I know.
Like, there
I
was
did not.
stuff
I
in
brought
the dish. There was stuff in the dish, though.
So no, I did not. I brought an aluminum tin with prime rib in it. I did not bring a dish.
Oh, you just brought the food, no
Yep.
dish.
No
Okay,
dish.
I know what we were talking about. Yeah.
Yep. Nope. No dish. I remembered that, and I was like, "You're not keeping my good Tupperware, motherfuckers."
Whoa.
Sorry.
That was the
Was
gin
drinking-
talking.
That's a little aggressive. Were you drinking gin at the time, or?
Damn it! I've been drinking gin. Like I can
Wow.
picture when Joel drinks gin. What's wrong, Joel? Why are you so mad? I'm drinking gin.
They're making me drink gin. Damn it!
Without a taste. Just straight gin. Just shots of gin.
Yep. No mixers, just gin.
You're a fucking bootlegger in the 1910s.
Oh, that is just a terrible, terrible thought. Ugh.
Erin drinks gin. I don't know what she mixes it with though. When she drinks gin.
Oh, she does gin and tonics.
Oh, is that what she done?
Yeah, it's funny that I know that, not her husband, but that's
Listen,
because I probably serve her. Yeah, I am a bartender and I know what she drinks. We only have tonic water at Cellar and Folly for Erin.
oh, really?
She's the only one that gets gin and tonics. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
She might have a problem.
No, for tonic water. She's got a problem for tonic water.
Yeah, she doesn't mix it. She just has the tonic water there because she just comes in and drinks the bottle.
Listen, if anyone's drinking straight tonic water, you're a fucking psychopath. You're,
And you need to
there's
leave.
something wrong with you. It's just bitter. Oh God!
Could you imagine Nick's in his bar and you just see somebody sit at the end of the bar just drinking a bottle of tonic water like it's Pepsi?
That wouldn't
Nick, get out.
That wouldn't happen in my establishment. I wouldn't serve it to him. I would be like, "No, you're a fucking loser, and you need to get out."
Yeah, I'll take the tonic straight up.
Yeah.
Can I get some tap water? Can I get that carbonated?
No. Actually, no. And you need to leave. We're gonna bother everybody here.
We're gonna have to ask you to leave because.
Excuse me. Do you serve the peanuts in the same cup that you serve the tonic water?
Yes.
No,
Salty peanut tonic water. That's the name of the episode. Salty peanut tonic water.
There's another. Here's another callback. Am I too close? Like, oh, no, that was way too far. It's a new chair. Okay, so. So we had a little callback to one of our previous episodes just then when we were talking about a dish to pass, but weren't we talking about peanut allergies before too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody came to Nick's bar who had asked him all sorts of questions about peanut butter.
So I found this funny meme, as Frank says. I found this funny meme. So the teacher says, your son said you threatened to beat him. And then the father goes, at checkers. And then the teacher says, and forced him to sleep outside. And the father goes, we went camping. And then the teacher says, and made up his peanut allergy so he couldn't share your Snickers. Yeah, that one I did do.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh my God.
And speaking of allergies there, so I went to Flaming Grill.
Oh, you didn't.
You're right. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know why I lied for no reason. I was obviously not at Flaming Grill.
Well, it's because you're a liar. That's why you would lie.
I think I saw you were there. I saw your picture. Your picture's one of the ones on the wall for people that stole ice cream.
We saw that. We were laughing so hard when we left. We were like, stole a box of ice cream. That was great. So we went out with my family and everything like that as kind of like a celebration after we got everything moved because my kids helped me move and everything like that. So as a thank you, we brought them out to the Flaming Grill. My sister paid for us and everything. Really nice. But my son's girlfriend has a shellfish allergy.
That's pretty shellfish, Ellen.
Not a selfish allergy. A shellfish. allergy. So she was like, I need to stay away from, all these different things. And we were kind of surprised that every station at that restaurant has at least some kind of seafood on it.
Yep.
Whether it's shrimp or crayfish or like the squid or something like that. There's some kind of seafood or shellfish on everything. And we were like, what about, people who do have like severe shellfish allergies? Shouldn't they put like all the seafood on one thing?
They don't care.
Obviously they don't.
They're like, you're on your fucking own. I know there's even shrimp right next to the goddamn salad bar.
Yeah.
It's,
and they had the regular fried rice, but then next to it they had I think they just called it hibachi rice, but it had shrimp in it. And she got a scoop of that and put it on her plate, not realizing there was shrimp in it, because it doesn't say it's shrimp fried rice or anything. It just says that it's hibachi rice. So after she got it back, she didn't take a bite of it because she did realize there was shrimp in there before she even took a bite. But then my son got all worried, and while she was going up getting a new plate of food, he went out to the car to get her EpiPen just in case. So we were all like, oh, well, that was nice of him. And, he comes back in and she's like, oh, thanks. That was sweet. Thanks for going out there. And he was like, I did it for me.
And what she didn't realize was he couldn't find the EpiPen, so he just grabbed a Bic and he was just going to stab her with a ballpoint pen. At least that way she'd forget about her allergy while she was looking for the EpiPen.
Well, I turned to him and I was like, oh, so you don't, it's one thing if her throat closes up. It's totally another if you're inconvenienced by it. So you went out to get the EpiPen so that you wouldn't have to deal with her having an allergic reaction. He was like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He could just stab her with the EpiPen and keep eating. You got to,
Well, you got to get your money's worth at a Chinese buffet.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know what they say? You said they had crayfish on that. Crayfish are the lobster of the river.
I don't know if that's accurate.
Yep, that is. It's true.
I feel like it's close to being true.
Guys, I'm getting sick of you lying. You both lying about so many things. He never went to the buffet. You don't know what you're talking about rivers and all this stuff. You guys don't know anything. All right, I'm gonna take over. All right, see you guys later. I'm gonna take over and I'm just gonna talk to myself for the next 40 minutes.
If he can figure out how to get it to work.
All right, thanks guys. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Listen, I've gotten everything that works so far, okay? It takes time, but I've gotten it to work, okay?
You did. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You got everything to work.
Oh my God, my camera's not working. What's happening? I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, we haven't been recording the entire time.
Oh, yeah. What is this?
Well,
you got anything coming up this week at Southern Fridays?
The other thing that I'll say about the Chinese buffet is that fortune cookies have gone downhill.
Yeah, they're not good anymore.
I will. This might be a hot take, but never enjoyed a fortune cookie.
No, they're gross. They're not good.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about the actual cookie itself, though. I'm talking about the fortunes that are inside them.
The fortune inside the fortune cookie. Okay. Well, explain what you mean by that.
Well, I mean, most of us had fortunes that weren't really even fortunes. They were just like advice.
Yeah.
That's what it's turned into. But the ones who did have fortunes were actually very specific. It said like, on Monday, you will receive, and I was like, wow, that's very specific.
Got their name in there. Megan, guess what?
Like, whoa.
Yeah. But then the rest of the fortunes were just like, if you're nice to people, then you'll be happy. And it's like,
and you're dumb.
Well, of course.
So we went to the other one that just opened in Mattydale, Ling Ling's. They just reopened that one.
Oh, reopened. Yeah.
That place was so bad. They're like, you know how they got the fortunes it'll have a fortune on one side. On the back side, it gives you your 6 lucky numbers.
Yep.
So on the back of mine, it said, pick 6 numbers. Those are your lucky numbers. What the fuck is that? What is that?
Talking about these have gone downhill.
Pick 6 numbers. Those are your lucky numbers. Pick 6 numbers in a letter. What the fuck? What? What is this? A Powerball? What are we doing?
And a letter. Pick 6 numbers and a letter. That's your lucky letter.
Your lucky letter. Opened one the other day. It had my social security number as my lucky numbers. That was weird.
How did they get that?
Oh, they
very specific. It also had my credit score, which I'm a little confused about.
And a little disappointed in.
Yeah. They said maybe if you spend a little less, and then on the back it said spend a little less time at the buffet, maybe your credit score will go up. I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna steal some ice cream. That'll make up for it.
On the count of 3, everyone say.
I could not believe it when I saw that. That was the most amazing. It was just like you know how like you get the things you'll see on like in like the newspaper or whatever. It's like a photo of somebody like from like their security camera like running out after they steal something. Like it's literally people walking out with like ice cream in their arm, and it's just like these black and white photos that they printed out and stuck on the wall.
It's awesome.
They're fucking funny. They're great. And there's a lot of people on that wall.
There is. The wall of shame.
That's a lot of ice cream to steal.
Yeah.
At that point, move it. Move the ice cream somewhere else.
I'm getting hungry, guys. What can I get for food tonight?
That's
my would you rather tonight is would I rather get food here or food here? Somewhere like you guys decide what I have to eat tonight.
So you're veiling your would you rather in and having us decide where you're going to eat.
Oh, that could be good. Yeah. Do I want
guys,
to talk about Chinese? Do I want Chinese food tonight, or do I want? Would you rather guys have Chinese food, or would you rather have? Fuck, I don't know. I'm trying to do this thing this month where I'm not doing any chains. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to do Taco Bell. I don't want to do McDonald's. I don't want to do any of that. So do I want like Americanized food, or do I want like, do I want like pizza? How about this? Pizza or Chinese food?
You should have started with, would you rather do Grubhub or DoorDash?
No. It's always DoorDash.
I don't feel like this is a genuine would you rather.
No, it's not. It's not. You're right.
Asking us advice on where you should eat.
So wait, this could turn into a would you rather. I have a couple qualifying questions.
All right.
Are you going to get pizza and wings or just pizza?
No, I don't. I can't eat meat anymore.
Well, I know you don't eat. So there you go. That answered my question. I knew that. I already knew that, but I wanted to for the people that were listening or watching. So I mean, pizza's not the same without like something with it. So what are you gonna get? A pizza and a salad? You can just have a pizza.
Yeah, I can get a pizza and a salad. What's your pizza and salad?
If that's your option, I would go with the Chinese food because then you're gonna have way more leftovers. I think. What's your go-to for Chinese?
Not if I get a whole pizza to myself.
Well, it depends. Get a small fucking pizza.
What if I want a big pizza?
I'm gonna fight you. I swear to God.
I guess here's the start of a would you rather. Maybe you guys can finish it. Because when I go to Chinese buffets, they a lot of times they have pizza there.
Oh,
on the Chinese buffet. So would you rather get pizza from a Chinese place?
Yeah.
Or
Chinese from a pizza place.
Yeah. I was trying to think what the comparison would be there, because I mean some places do. I have seen like a General Tso's pizza.
I was about to say
I would try that.
They put that type of chicken on top of like
we've had Toss and Fires General Tso's, and I would pick that.
What I was thinking of is Toss and Fire.
They do that over the Chinese buffet.
Yeah, because it's so unique. I would definitely try the General Tso's pizza. Yeah.
If it wasn't pizza, like if it was like an Italian restaurant doing it over spaghetti, like we're gonna put General Tso's over some fettuccine. then I might go with the because they won't use lo mein noodles. They would use like fettuccine or something.
The pizza that's at a Chinese buffet is, I feel, a step above CC's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you guys
But it's
ever have
always a little too. It's always a little too doughy. It's always a little too much bread.
I think I feel like it's those pre-made. It's always just them pre-made, like the ones you can get at like the ones that are already rolled out. With the holes already in them.
It's just a frozen pizza that they heat up. Yeah.
But it's always, if it's not the dough, it's like their sauce tastes weird, or there's just not enough cheese. It's
yeah.
really, really wrong with a Chinese place pizza.
I had a friend when we used to go to the Chinese buffet. All he would eat is the chicken wings and rice. That was it. That's literally the only $14.99 to eat chicken wings and rice. He's like, but he'd eat like 3 dozen chicken wings. He's like,
the price of chicken wings these days, that might be a good idea because you're getting a lot for your dollar right there. Yeah.
If you sneak some Tupperware in.
God, I should have thought of that. I should have just gotten like 3 plates full of wings. That would have made it worth my while.
You should have snuck some Tupperware in.
Brought a dish to pass.
Yeah. See? That's what I'm just saying.
Nick, you were a little bit ago. We interrupted you, but you went on the count of 3, and then you stopped. And I've been wondering ever since then. What was he going to say on the count of 3? What?
On the count of 3, everyone say your credit score. 3, 2, 1. No. On the count of 3, everyone say your favorite sexual position. 1, 2, 3. Haven't done it yet. Hey, wait! You guys haven't. You guys didn't say.
What is this?
I didn't say anything because I knew Nick was going to say something.
What is this sex you speak of?
Male or female?
It's this.
Yeah. That's
a callback. That's what I call.
Sometimes with another person.
I would love to get a call back from one person.
This is with another person. If it's with one person, it's way down here.
Way down where?
You could do yoga.
Wait, way down where, Joel? Why don't you explain yourself?
Yoga.
For those of you who
is that a Baja Blast?
Don't know, Joel has no body below his nipples.
Are you Baja blasting off over there?
I'm Baja blasting. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I bet that with vodka would be good. I bet that with like lime vodka would be delicious.
I bet it would be terrible with gin.
Yeah.
that just, oh man, you add gin to Mountain Dew. Now you're really gonna make me angry.
You know what's funny though is I think that's actually what
it's gonna be like Mountain Ew.
I think Mountain Dew was like originally. I almost want to say that's what it was invented for.
Yeah, you should be sorry.
Isn't it? Isn't that what Mountain Dew was originally invented for? Was for gin?
No, whiskey. I believe it was whiskey.
Was it whiskey?
Whiskey? That's terrible.
No, it's better than gin. I'll tell you that much.
Anything's better than gin.
Yeah, but whiskey and Mountain Dew sounds like a horrible.
I don't know. We're probably wrong the same way that we were wrong about syphilis and koalas.
Listen. You're not wrong until it's proven.
I think Nick's looking it up right now.
I am.
Yeah.
That could be a segment on the show going forward. Hey Siri.
Yeah. I'm starting the Appalachia Mountains, and it was called the Hillbilly Highball, which I think is funny.
Which was
whiskey? So it was whiskey.
It was whiskey, yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming during like Prohibition, like down like that time. I feel.
Yeah, this is not only Baja Blast, but it's zero sugar Baja Blast.
Oh, Mountain Ew.
Ooh.
I gotta watch the sugar intake.
Hey, stop blowing up the can. They're not a sponsor.
I'm opting out of the alcohol tonight too because I do have I got an appointment in the morning. Let's just say to make sure that the old liver's still ticking.
So your liver appointment.
Yeah, yeah. But
Liver. I just met her.
liver.
Mm. Liver.
Nah.
So you'll notice I
The
have
old
a sweatshirt hanging over my collectible there because
Ew.
somebody who had watched our podcast told me that was actually that picture that's under there is autographed. It's Nolan Ryan and it's an autographed picture. And it's worth like a lot of money. So I covered it up so people don't see it. Although I just told them what it was.
Oh, I got it. I do have to tell you, Rob, because we were talking about coworkers listening to the podcast. So one of my coworkers did listen to our first podcast, and because of you talking about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I bring that up because the "Don't Panic" on there on the shirt that's behind you, you inspired her to start reading the books, and she had no idea that it was a series of books. She thought it was just one book.
Oh, wow.
And she told me, she was like, yeah, I'm going to start reading the Hitchhiker's Guide. And I said, oh, yeah, you're going to love all the books. And she goes, all the books? I said, yeah, it's like a series. There's like 6 of them now.
Yep.
So, yeah. You've
awesome.
inspired her to read the books. So she's actually listening to the audio version, the audio books.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. I've listened to the audio version. It's really good.
I don't know if you've listened to this one, but it's narrated by Stephen Fry. And when she told me that, I was like, oh, what a perfect choice to narrate those books. That's a great voice for that.
It's really good. Yeah. The audiobook's really good.
Yeah.
Nick's just sitting there like, I don't give a fuck.
I love Stephen Fry. I loved him better in Fry and Laurie, but that was just me. But
I'm more of a Glenn Fry guy.
I'm more of a French fry guy.
I'm more of a Fry from Futurama guy.
Never seen Futurama.
You never watched that cartoon?
I've never watched any cartoon in my entire life.
Well, now I know you're lying.
Anyways, guys, how's it going?
You should put googly eyes on the back of your hat.
Did you know that Stephen Fry is responsible for the show Lip Sync Battle?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he is. He started it on Jimmy Fallon. He was telling Jimmy Fallon that him and some of his friends, when they used to get together for parties, they would have competitions to see who could lip sync the best to different songs. Mm-hmm. And then he actually had him, Jimmy Fallon, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt do a lip sync battle right there on the Late Show, and they were inspired by that. They it became like a running feature of that show. They would do regular lip sync battles with different guests that came on, and then they turned it into the actual show.
So,
you know who would have been really good at that show? Milli Vanilli. They would have cleaned up. They would have been guest judges.
Too soon.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of stuff, did you see it was 9 years ago, like 9 years ago today, that Harambe was killed?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that is too soon, and I didn't really want to talk about it, but we can. Now, what I'm going to say is going to take about 35 minutes, but it's it's a very touching thing for me, and it's a very touchy. I gotta go. I can't do this. I can't do this.
For those of you that don't know, Nick named his cat Harambe.
We lost Nick. He's saying goodbye.
Goodbye, Nick.
Bye, Nick. Can you at least put Frank there in your place?
Oh, I think he fell. Did he go down a well?
We need Frank to take your spot. Nick. Is this thing on?
I'm just joking. I'm just riffing.
So what's your I'm trying to give you a quick plug, Nick. When is your place is open? What, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or just Friday, Saturday?
Friday, Saturday for now. In the middle of June, we'll open Thursdays, but Thursdays are going to be over at Emerson Park. We're going to be doing cocktails for an event every Thursday.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Should be pretty good. Fridays and Saturdays, 4 to 10 at our normal tasting room. We have cocktails. We do flights. You can try other whiskey we have in the works. Yeah.
Do you have any trivia coming up at all?
Yeah, June 28th, we have 90s music trivia.
Oh.
And we're almost sold out. So
Yeah.
if you listen to this at this point, I don't know. This might not be released for another this one might not be released for another couple of weeks, but hopefully we'll be sold out by then. But if not, check the website, see if we're still
Good place to do trivia. We've done it a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Joel's
won one of them.
I did.
We did too. We won
Christmas.
We won one too because I have a whiskey glass. I have a Sullivan's Folly whiskey glass. I think it was I want to say it was like Christmas. It was the same trivia time. It might have been the very first one. It was when I got the Sullivan Folly t-shirts from you when you were just giving them away. You had them like on a stand when you first walk in the door. They were over in the corner, and you had like the rest of the couple that you had left because you couldn't sell them.
The very first trivia we did was Always Sunny, but you guys didn't win that one because Mark Turley won that one.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I don't know which one you guys won, but I know Joel won the Christmas Vacation one.
Yep.
Christmas Vacation, yeah.
That's a good one.
I was going to do good in the Seinfeld one, but ended up in dead last place.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you do a horror? Did you do like a horror?
I'm wearing a Seinfeld shirt right now, and it's one of my favorites of all time. But I thought I was going to do so good, but no, last place.
Yeah, we did a horror movie one, but Tom Koreshi and Kate Irwin won that one.
Yeah.
Trying to think. We did Always Sunny. We did Taylor Swift trivia. We did The Office trivia. We did horror movie trivia. We did Christmas Vacation trivia. We did Seinfeld trivia. We did 80s music trivia, and now we're about to do 90s music trivia.
Nice.
We should do something really obscure, like super obscure, like Barney Miller trivia.
Right.
Something like that, where nobody could ever claim to be an expert on it.
We wouldn't sell tickets to it. That's the thing. Yeah, that sucks.
That'd be amazing, though.
It would be pretty cool.
Or you get everybody there, they buy the tickets, and then that day when you get there, you're like, all right, guys, switched it up. Today, it's going to be, today's category is going to be animals of the Sahara. It's something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Badger.
Items you find on a Chinese buffet.
Speaking of that, what am I going to do for food, guys?
Chinese buffet.
Yeah, I go Chinese food.
Chinese food. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do a buffet because I don't want to.
What do you usually get? Like, what's your go-to for when you get Chinese?
I would go Chinese pizza.
Chinese pizza. I wish that could be a thing. It's like pizza from a Chinese place, or
get Mongolian spaghetti. I heard Mongolian spaghetti is.
I could probably just make that in my house.
Yeah.
Mongolian spaghetti. You're gonna make at the house?
I probably could make it. I probably have all this stuff to make it. Yeah.
But
do you have any mutton? Do you have mutton?
No, I don't have any mutton.
I think you need that for Mongolian dishes.
I have a mitten.
And you could eat that, I guess.
All right.
Seems like is it leather? Because I know you don't eat meat. It's not a leather mitten, is it?
I mean, I don't eat meat for moral reasons, you know.
But a mitten, he'll eat the shit out of a mitten.
Mittens. I don't feel like there are such a thing as a leather mitten. There's leather gloves. I don't think I've ever seen a leather mitten.
Oh, Google it.
I'm afraid to.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I might be a little afraid to Google.
I know.
suggest you
Leather
don't-
mitten sounds like something I don't want to Google.
That gets you on a list.
Yeah, it might get you on a list.
Yeah.
I don't know. So thanks again for tuning in for season 4, episode 14 of the podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Seasons
Anything else?
if you can find seasons 1 through 3, you'll win $10,000
$10,000
and a lifetime supply of Baja Blast.
Zero.
If you
Zero.
can find seasons 1 through 3, I'll drink an entire bottle of gin.
I'll drink an entire bottle of tonic water.
I would like to see both of those things.
I don't know. I don't know what's worse: tonic, just straight tonic water, or just gin.
Probably the gin is not going to make it. If you drink a whole bottle, I guess.
Well, the same equivalent, not a whole bottle, but like however much tonic water I'm drinking, that's how much gin you got to drink.
The last time I drank gin was when I used to hang out with Jeremy, because he would every now and then, like when we were really young, like in our 20s, like mid-20s, we would walk downtown from his place, and we would mix in like a Pepsi bottle or something like that. We would mix like orange juice and gin, and do like a gin and juice type thing, just to have kind of while we were walking, so we could get drunk while we were walking.
To a regular Dre and Snoop.
Yeah.
First thing I think of when I think of you and Jeremy is how much you guys remind me of Dr. Dre and Snoop.
It's pretty. I mean, yeah, I get it.
I don't see the similarities.
What?
Because you're you can't see you don't see your own similarities.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I guess it's different here on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
So thank you. What did we say the episode was going to be called? What the hell did you say it was going to be called?
I forgot. I'll go back.
Tonic something.
Yeah.
You'll know it when you hear it.
Yeah. Go back and label it. I don't even know, brother. Well,
gentlemen, for an impromptu session to have a podcast, this was pretty good. We literally didn't really have any idea what we were going to talk about.
Well, that's the whole point of this podcast. We're just riffing.
Yeah, we're just riffing, and I think I don't know. It was kind of a lot about food this time.
This is a food, yeah.
Yeah. What is Nick going to eat for dinner?
Yeah. Would you rather? And you're like, yeah. I'm just gonna ask these guys what they'd rather eat, and then I'll decide on what I have for dinner.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do. I'll send you guys a picture, and I'll upload it when I edit this podcast of my food that I get tonight.
Sounds good. Yeah.
It's me naked, just eating Chinese food.
He's sitting in the middle of the floor, and Frank's just sitting next to you, just like watching you eat.
I'm in the bathtub for some weird reason.
I think he dropped a lo mein noodle. Oh, nope, that's not a lo mein noodle.
It looks like it, but it's not. Looks just like it. Oh, boy. Well,
gentlemen.
This was fun.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Joel, I'm glad congratulations on getting back in the new old house.
The new old house.
Yeah.
When will you officially take over the whole house?
That depends on when the old
They can
house
bury the body.
depends on when the old house sells, and when my sister eventually moves down to Virginia. But the timeline that we're looking at is probably somewhere around like August.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Not too long.
Yeah, not too long. We can put up with each other for a few months, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you did it for how many years before?
Yeah. I lived here for like 5 years, so
Yeah.
I think she can take like 3 months.
Yeah, right. All right,
Okay.
gentlemen. Well, it's been a blast. I love talking to you guys every week, and we'll see you soon. And to the viewers, we'll see you next week.
Like, share, subscribe, whatever.
Smash that like button.
All that stuff. All that stuff.
And follow Sellerman's Folly on Facebook.
Well, it's Seller and Folly now, but
That's what I said. Seller and Folly. I just talk fast. Seller and Folly.
Rob just mumbles.
Yeah, just it is what it is.
Like Bob Dylan. All right, boys.
That's
We'll
why
talk
it's
soon.
great reading
All right.
Rob's talk. Bye.
Bye.
Later.